Hello, everyone, and welcome to another day of All Creator Live. And I am back playing more No Man's Sky. It's the 10th anniversary of No Man's Sky. So I'm going to celebrate by just having fun and doing what I usually do. Gonna do a weekend mission, gonna do the daily mission, gonna check all my stuff and just, relax a bit. It's a good day, and I've got plenty of snacks. Sorry I didn't stream anything last night or early this morning. I was going to, but I slept a little later. I mean, I can do that, I'm on vacation, but I slept a little bit later than I usually do, and I guess that gave me a migraine, so I needed to rest a little bit this morning. We did a lot yesterday, so that's probably why I have a migraine, but the Mina the Hollower is kind of a real test of my skills, so... Alright. Let's get into it. My 521 hours of gameplay. No music today. I was thinking, debating about it, but I just got over a migraine and I don't want to stick an earbud in my ear just to listen to music, you know? Those things are so fucking uncomfortable. I've said it before and I'll say it again and I'll say it as many times as it takes. Earbuds make no goddamn sense from any aspect at all, you know? They're not even the best quality of sound that you could get from something. They're not convenient. They don't even look good. They look horrible in your ear. They're worse than an earring, really. They're not comfortable. They don't sound better than any other audio device that you could be using. Yeah, they're small, that makes them portable, but, you know, so is a fucking quarter. You're not about to jam that in your ear. You lose pennies all the time. It's about the size of a fucking penny. You're gonna lose it. It makes earbuds make literally no fucking sense. They dirty the inside of your ear. They cause ear infections. They're not even cheap, like, in comparison to, like, a basic-ass set of headphones. When you compare the price of a basic set of headphones versus the price of a basic pair of earbuds, they're not even cheaper than a basic set of headphones. So they're not cheap either. I don't know why people think they're the greatest fucking thing. You know what it is? It's goddamn sellouts. Sellouts just pumping disinformation into your brain, making you think they're cool when they're not. They're like the dorkiest fucking thing that you can do to yourself. Like shoving fucking magnets into your ear, putting rocks in your goddamn ear. It's the dumbest fucking thing. They don't even make you look cool or anything like that, because you can't even fucking see them. They make you look like a geriatric, if anything. I get why old people wear earpieces. It makes sense. They need them to hear. Hey, look at everybody running around celebrating the 10th anniversary of No Man's Sky alongside me. It's gonna be great. So what's the weekend mission? Anomalous collection. Collect 10 living pearls. Well, that's different. You don't usually see this one. Living pearls aren't necessarily the hardest things in the world to find. To be honest, I can't even remember how to do this. Maybe they want me to do a specific thing. I don't know. This could be fun. I'm betting they're going to take me to a water planet. Unless they want me to get, like, the living pearls from, I think there's, like, one other location, one other way that you can get living pearls. Other than finding them underwater. Whatever it is, I'm sure they'll tell me. They usually guide people along their way during the weekend mission. It's probably the one I'm next to. Looks like it has a lot of water. And that one over there looks like it does too, so... well, we'll see. Give it a minute. Oh, here we go. Yep, yes, this one. Okay. Big blue planet. Big baloo. Tailspin. It's been a while since I've watched that series. And I mean that in any sense of the word, because I did watch all of it, like, 10 years ago. When the streaming service Disney Plus first came out, they were doing a thing where they were letting you have it for a couple of months for free. So I watched a whole bunch of old shows. Alright, well, this is the challenge. Gotta swim around in freezing temperature water while your oxygen supply runs out. At least it's not a deep ocean, because then you'd have to construct a Nautilus. Alright, so you can scan for them like this. Or you can also do this. I forgot you could do this. Which one do they want me to go to? Come on. They're like all over the place. Just fucking pick one. If you ever need any air when you're underwater and you can't surface in time, just look for a kelp sack. It will refuel your oxygen. If you are planning to do this weekend mission today, I highly recommend that you... I highly recommend that you first get some very good... what's it called? Freezing temperature shield thing. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. Cold temperature shield or whatever. These armored shells, they're super easy to open. I think you might need the hazmat gauntlets to do it as easily as I'm doing it right now, though. Because if you don't have the hazmat gauntlet, you're gonna have to shoot the shell open. I'll demonstrate that when I get over to this one. Also, there's a bit of danger when it comes to shooting the armored clam open. You see that too. That away, you know what to look for. Yeah, so to shoot it open, you're gonna have to use your bolt caster. Yeah, as you can see, it opens up and you can take it. But, see, there's a bit of a danger to it. It'll close. So, make sure you have... This is a little bit of the ways into the main story where you get the hazmat gauntlets, but if you want a shortcut, you can get them in the base anomaly. But yeah, make sure you have hazmat gauntlets and some... I keep forgetting the name of it. What is it? Cryostatic boiler system. Right. The shield that protects you from cold. Just happen to have a very powerful shielding system in place because of all the upgrades I have, but having something is better than nothing, you know? Because if you want to, you can just go in and you can recharge like that to... And there's the kelp sack that I was talking about. Oxygen sack, I guess, is what I meant to say. But as you can see on the little thing below that, it says kelp sack. That's what it's called. So yeah, you could do that as many times as you want to. So keep kelp sacks in mind. You can find them with this right here. I forget exactly what it looks like. I'm looking for the symbol. You could also use this to locate the armored clams, but if you're going to be doing this on the weekend mission, it'll show you. I already picked up that one kelp sack. I'm guessing there aren't a lot of them. Yeah, because they're supposed to have... There it is right there. It's supposed to have a symbol on it when it's available to be picked up, but I guess since I already picked it up. So I'm guessing there aren't that many of them in this ocean. I guess it just adds to the challenge. Tell me it's underground. Maybe it's just on the other side of this hill. Oh, it's in this hole. So technically it's underground. If you get lucky, you'll be able to find a couple of them in the same place like this. Make things go a lot faster. But yeah, if you have the hazmat gauntlets, you could just rip them open and they stay open. You don't have to worry about them closing again. But if you don't have them, then you're going to have to shoot them open. And that can, you know, be a problem. If you don't take the pearl out fast enough, you'll get nipped. And again, also keep in mind that the armored clams can spawn underground inside of caves. So if you reach a location of an armored clam and you're not seeing it anywhere, it's probably underground. You're gonna have to look or dig into an underground cave. That's worst case scenario, you know? You always hate doing stuff like that because it keeps you from going to the surface. Or, you know, it could end up making you encounter, I don't know, do the fungal mushrooms appear in underwater caves? I don't think they do. Oh. Okay, well then let's... Ah, crap. We'll grab one more. What's it gonna hurt? But yeah, also keep in mind there are... Ooh, look at you! Look at you! A rare little crabby! I want to adopt it. I want to adopt it because it's adorable as a shell. But it sucks, though. I don't care. I like the shell on its back. You're coming with me, little buddy. Yay. This is like the most stereotypical hermit crab there is. You think hermit crab, that's immediately what you think you picture in your head. I'm running low on oxygen. But I'm about to show you another way that you can recharge your oxygen supply. Just go in here and just use regular ass oxygen to fill it up. Which is why I'm saying one of the first things that you should prioritize collecting when you're playing No Man's Sky for the first time is oxygen. Because it's used for all kinds of things. It's a very useful and versatile mineral. Chemical, whatever. And our ship's all the way over there. Also keep in mind that you're only able to use your boost jets under the water if you are literally under the water. If you're on the surface, you're just going to use your regular jetpack. So yeah, not that bad of a mission. I guess now we gotta turn them in, deliver the living pearls. Okay, cool. Hopefully nothing tries to kill me on the way to the location. This should be a trade station. Unless it's a person stranded. What the... Oh, now I gotta find them. Alright, so it's somebody that's stranded. I'm guessing they're over there near that, navigation. No? Alright. Oh, well, there's another navigation thing up there, so... satellite antenna, whatever it's called. Very cold planet. There we go. No, even further. 5 units away. Let's go in here and grab some stuff, I guess. Gek word for system. Some carbon. We got a whole settlement there. Yeah, it doesn't look abandoned. Just gotta find the entrance. Yeah, 10 years of No Man's Sky. I gotta say that I was expecting them to do something today. Like, maybe even post out a... You know... an emoji. Because today is the official 10th anniversary of No Man's Sky. Because it launched in the United States on the 9th. Exclusively for PlayStation users. Since this game was partially funded and advertised by Sony when it was first announced, It was shown on the E3 stage at Sony's presentation. And as exclusive rights, they were given early access to the game alongside of a special ship. Let me think what else. Yeah, those who reserved it got it a day early. They got the special ship. And I can't remember. It's been so long. It's been 10 years. But yeah, anyways, on the 10th is when it released everywhere in Europe on the PlayStation 4, and then the worldwide release on PC happened on the 12th. So we still might be able to see an update. Maybe if they decide to launch it on the worldwide release, which is the 12th. But that would be more in line with their work schedule, because they've always released updates on Wednesdays. So I guess that could be when, if they have an update planned, that could be when they're going to announce the update. But I was at least hoping that they would like post an emoji or something, because when they post the emoji, it's usually on Sundays today. So we were all expecting that, but we haven't gotten anything yet. Maybe they'll post something later on today. Who knows? Because we do know that they are celebrating the 10th anniversary, because they've been posting screenshots and pictures from their office and stuff like that. So they are celebrating the 10th anniversary. They're just not, doing anything game related right now anyway. I don't know. They could be stalling. Something about the trader's posture makes them feel larger than many I have encountered amongst their species. Their eyes seem to glow with undaunted power. Do the Korvax. Do the Korvax. Do the Korvax. Walk. What have you done with our legacy? What are you talking about? As my eyes move, it is as if I see two beings standing in one place. One small, one strong. They glare at me, showing me a handful of metal shards. Scan the shards. Take the shards. Threaten them. The metal shards might be nanites. I'm scanning them. I don't trust this guy. I scan the shards, revealing them to be currency used by the Gek over 1,000 years ago. Oh, the life form eyes me warily. They give me a gift of nanites. It's like, oh, you don't want these nanites? Here, you take these nanites. I don't like that guy. I don't like him. He seems like he has an old personality of the Gek, Oh, this is one of the code beakers. Alright, so 9183 1839 8391. So then it would be 3918. Yeah. And it's going to point me to something. What though? Is it that treasure chest there? Oh well, god damn it. I don't want to go to that. Or ruins. Well, we could check it out. I ain't got nothing to do. Just kidding. I'm on a mission. Oh, right. Get some extra stuff in here. If you have the Atlas Pass too, it's not really that important. It just gives you access to certain treasure chests and certain doors, but all those doors will typically just have a whole bunch of extra stuff, Like this one has a whole bunch of free carbon in it. But the rooms are very unique, at least, you know, so then that means if you're interested in seeing new things and new base arrangements, that's up your alley, I guess, you know. That's a good reason to have the Atlas Pass. Because then you could see new types of buildings, structures. As far as the kinds of prizes that you get, it's not really that big of a deal. So if you go throughout the entire game without having the Atlas passes, you're not really missing much, so. Oh, whoa, where am I? Whoa, where, like literally where am I? Oh, I'm in someone's Corvette. Somebody parked their Corvette over top of me. They must have come this way thinking this is the route that they were supposed to take, and then that happened. I was looking at it like, huh, I don't remember there being teleport waypoints here. I don't remember there being teleports inside of these things. This is interesting. When I'm inside of someone's Corvette. Funny. But yeah, if we don't hear anything from the team at Hello Games or Sean Murray, then don't worry, they might have something planned for the worldwide release. And that's on the 12th, that's on a Wednesday. And more people are starting to talk online and saying that would make way more sense because every update that they do for No Man's Sky is always on a Wednesday. So it's more in line with their work schedule. I'm just hoping for at least something, like an emoji by the end of the day, you know? We don't know, they could do it in the dead of the night. Sean Murray has done that before. He's posted emojis in the middle of the night. Not even like for North American time either. I'm talking about like even in European time it would be considered the middle of the night, you know? Gek word for us. What a weird word to not have. Alright, so we're getting closer now. It's weird that they made me park so far away. I'm guessing it's a person. It's a person I'm supposed to meet up with. If not, then I hope it's a trade center, because then that means I could get my ship to land nearby for free. Got these butterfly dudes. Those are the type of flying creatures that you can own as pets. As long as the flying creature can land on the ground, you can claim it as a pet. To any of the flying creatures that constantly stay in the air, you can't claim them as a pet. It has to be able to land on the ground. Because you got to be able to do these special interactions with it. I hate that I have to rely heavily on this this target locator thing, the target sweep mode. It's always very inaccurate. Like I was heading in that direction for a while, and now I'm heading in this direction. And now I'm heading in this direction. It's like I'm going back where I came from. In the direction where I came from. Yeah, like literally, I'm going backwards now. Watch it actually be the location where I was just at. Won't be so mean. No, there's a trade station up there. It's the trade station. Okay. They have me running over in that direction. Yeah. But yeah, to anyone wondering why their target sweeper isn't acting normally, it does that sometimes. For certain things, it'll have trouble locating where the thing is. So you end up kind of doubling back sometimes. These are the other things that you can get with an Atlas Pass. As you can see, they're not that important. They're not that great, so... Like I said, you can go through the entire game without having the Atlas Pass. It only grants you... some things. They aren't that interesting. Alright, so you're the one I got. A little thing. It's where I gotta put... Ah, right, the lockbox opens up. And now I put the stuff in. Hooray, and now I guess I can... Yep, I can go back to the space anomaly and turn in my stuff. Alrighty, let's do some Pokemon's battling. Yeah. Nice. Oh, damn. Missed. Demon Doggo's got max acceleration. He's tough to hit. And when he gets hit, he's got his leech shield. So you'll only do half damage. That's the other thing too, is the leech shield pretty much stays in place throughout the entire battle. Almost. So even if you would try to wait it out, it would still basically take the whole amount of the battle. And the only way to really get rid of it before then is to deal damage to it, and then you're just kind of healing him, in a sense, I guess you could say. It only makes it to where you get half the damage, but still, it's still a good move. The other thing is you could double up on it, which I'm about to show now. So unless a bad guy hits you hard enough to get rid of the shield early, you gotta have two of them. So then that way it's as if you don't take any damage at all. For about one turn, I think. Yeah, see? Yeah, and now it's gone. Woo. 27. Nice. Good job, Demon Doggo. We got our new little guy here. They're a frost one, too. I don't want to use them because they're not the best, but I did want to keep them just because, you know, now I have an adorable hermit crab that I can take with me everywhere. And their name is Iwita. Interesting name. Okay, yep, that's all we have to work on now is health. Sweet. Heard somebody else nearby. I think they were also finishing up the quest. Alright, let's get my ship in here. Like I said, I'm glad whenever you have to turn this stuff in, it's at a trade station, because the trade station will always have a free landing spot. Alright, back to the space anomaly. And I think I've collected all of the really expensive stuff from the Quicksilver guy. So now I can start working on the cheaper stuff, the less expensive stuff. And for that, I'm going to go all the way back to the very first menu and start from there. You know, I'm going to work my way up to the more recent stuff. There's a whole bunch of decorations that you get from the Quicksilver guy that you should have by this point. I just don't have them because I have never been doing the Quicksilver mission, which I should have been doing, you know. I don't want to do that. I did that last time. We'll go back down to we'll go back down to my Corvette and see what the mission radar has me doing. Come on, I don't want to talk to that guy. Come on. I don't talk to that guy. This person has like the basic kit going on. Oh god. See, yeah, it's very difficult to get. There we go. So anytime you want to talk with the Quicksilver synthesis guy, make sure you step out of the way a little bit so people can talk with him a lot easier. Alright, so I got 2,000. You know what? First, let's make sure I am 100% correct in that I don't have anything over 1,000 Quicksilver to get. I'll slowly look at each of the items here. Oh, I do need to get the Starship Trails. Right, and those take 2,000. Alright, so maybe I'll hold off on buying anything this week. Let's make sure it's only those two. Next week I can pick up the Starship Trails, and then that'll be it. I mean, I could pick up... Oh, we also got the Jetpack Trail right there. Maybe I'll focus on getting that today. I don't know why this one's so expensive. I guess because it's different in appearance. So yeah, I guess I'll get that today. Once I finish the daily mission, I should have enough. And then I'll get the Starship Trails later. Okay, yeah. Just that jetpack and then the Starship Trails. And then that'll be that. Everything else will be between 500 and 800. We still have to work together to unlock these two. We're getting close to it though. We're almost done 2. And then we'll have 3. Tier 3 left. And then I guess they're going to have to think up some more stuff. Well, they don't have to think up anything. They've got like a shit ton of stuff for us to unlock. Literally every plant and every rock and every tree can be a decoration in this game. So that's why so many of the decorations, the rocks and the trees and stuff, That's why they're really, really cheap. In my opinion, though, I feel like they should be cheaper, you know? I feel like they should be 400 Quicksilver, you know? Like, you can unlock one of them every day when you do a Quicksilver mission, basically. You know, because it would make it a lot easier to get all of them, especially since they're something that you work with the community to unlock. Because imagine somebody not having any Quicksilver, then going on a Quicksilver mission, getting 400 Quicksilver, topping up the tier alongside of everybody else, and then going to pick it up, you know? That's basically, you know, a good feeling, because it's like you get your reward. But because everything's 500 to 800, you gotta go through another day just to get that reward. And when I say day, I mean like a literal in real life day, an IRL day. And before you say something like, "Oh, but Jason, couldn't you just change save data and try on a different save?" That's not how Quicksilver works. Quicksilver isn't exchangeable with anyone, and it's not something that is shared between your save data. The stuff that you unlock at the Quicksilver guys shop, that is unlocked for all of your other saves, but not the Quicksilver itself. So trust me, if it was like that, then I probably would have been getting a lot more Quicksilver these days, especially with how many times I've done a lot of the Quicksilver missions. For the past couple of weekends. Sorry, my brain's kind of foggy. Like I said, I woke up with a migraine, so I'm debating whether or not I should use... I'll go with the good old Habitat Protector. Let's see if I can park it perfectly. It's nighttime, so it's going to be a little hard to tell, but... Ooh, really close. Really, really close. Oh well. Yeah, should probably grab my gamma weed. Get my weed. Excavate artifacts from buried ruins. From buried ruins. I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea at all. I really hate buried ruins. Because it's like you dig up all kinds of fucking silica powder for something that's not even worth it. Eh? I got it. So we could just wait a little while until we get something that I'm more comfortable with doing. Ugh, let's put it on the starship. Put it on the Habitat Protector. I was about to say, I gotta have antimatter in here. I know you use it for a lot of stuff, but... sometimes I don't need it for anything, you know? Alright, so we'll go do our regular stuff. And then come back and check to see what the mission is. check on the settlements first. You know what? I think I'd feel more comfortable with saving up this regular save point. Yeah, it says it's under attack. Gotta prepare myself when I get in there. We're gonna be fighting something. Probably sentinels. If it was some kind of anomaly, then it would say biological or something like that. Biological. I forget. Something. Biological hard detected. I don't know. And I guess I'm a little bit sleepy because of the medicine, but this is something that I do all day. Or not all day. This is something that I do every weekday. It's just I don't usually stream it. Hey, I mean, technically it's not even that interesting. This is typically what I do on Thursdays. I just don't do the weekend mission. Bilebrood detected. There you are. You always appear over on that side of this settlement. Maybe because there's room, but still. Shielding. That counts. That shielding's too strong. But yours is easily destroyable. There's the rest of it. Bullets. Bye-bye. The little ones run off. Swarm subdued. Victory is ours. I think they're gonna celebrate now, right? I hear fireworks. I don't see them. Yeah, you hear them? Maybe it's because it's not nighttime. I don't know. I can't see any fireworks. But I definitely heard some. Alright. Let's check the status first to collect our stuff. And now we see what they want us to do. Manage. Boscoa has designed a new component as a test of their abilities as the settlement's professional robomancer. It would please them greatly for the overseer to accept their work as an offering, or else donate it to a worthy cause. I don't really need a quantum accelerator, so donate it. And I think we got a building to work on. Oh yeah, last time I streamed No Man's Sky, I meant to go back to the building and open it up, and then I ended up forgetting about it. So to anyone who watched the last stream of No Man's Sky, I'm sorry. Here you go, this is for you. Alright. So now, oh, it's Adonis. Okay, cool. That's what it looks like when it's completed. Cool. Okay, now we should be able to head on to the next settlement. we'll head back and see if there's a new Quicksilver mission at the radar. There should be. A full day has probably gone by on that planet, so. I find that when a full day goes by on my vacation planet, that's when a new mission becomes a new Quicksilver mission becomes available on the radar. If you wait long enough, it's like that at the Nexus too. That's why you'll sometimes see people sitting around at the Nexus, because they're waiting for a different Nexus mission to pop up. Let's make sure there isn't any enemies. Okay. But yeah. Because, you know, sometimes it's super annoying to have to go on certain Quicksilver missions. And sometimes the rewards just aren't worth it, so. If you see people sitting around the Nexus, they're not begging for stuff. Don't think they're begging for stuff. They're just waiting for a better Quicksilver mission to pop up. Our research teams are at an impasse. Both teams require funding. We could invest in bolstering our anti-sentinel systems, though the voices of those who believe in improving our habitation systems will not be easily silenced. Research farming technology, research additional facilities. So that would remove metronomic public clocks and add baked cheese tart farm. Meanwhile, the other one will add desalination center. Oh, desalination. This sounds important. This sounds like it would benefit us from a healthy standpoint. Meanwhile, this sounds like this sounds like it'll just make them fat. Those are the robots. Why would they need a baked cheese tart farm? They wouldn't be able to eat them. Desalinization center. Alright, let's see what that does. Whoops. That was the wrong option. Where is it? I don't see it. Huh. That's weird. It didn't give me anything. Oh well. It still increased our productivity, apparently. Yeah. Oh well. Alright, back to the base. Also need to repark the habitat protector. Excuse me. Could use more Mountain Dew. It's not the best. It's not the best for energy, but it at least gives me something, you know. Man, it's funny to think that 10 years ago, I started up No Man's Sky. I did it at 12 o'clock. I did it like exactly when the game was available on the PlayStation Store, because I downloaded it digitally. And it's funny to think about because... Wait, where is it? Oh, it would be here. It's funny to think about because when I first popped in at exactly 12 o'clock when it became available for everyone to play, I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. You can all go back. I saved that stream. I saved that live stream. It's part 1 of my No Man's Sky series. You can all go back and check it out. Perfect landing. You can all go back and check it out. You see the opening where you're kind of going through the stars and everything, and then the words No Man's Sky pop up. I didn't know what to expect. I started up everything, and then this traveling through space thing showed up, and I was like, I don't know what's about to happen. I just booted up the game. It's exactly 12 o'clock. I was eager to see exactly what the game had in store for me. Ooh, catch 20 uncommon fish. There we go. That's nice and relaxing. But yeah, that stream is still available. It's easy to find too because it's part 1. So this video that you're watching right now, I don't know what part it is. I don't pay attention to that stuff until it comes time to put in descriptions and stuff when I'm creating the VOD. This is one of the downsides to this planet. Just have random pop-up electrical storms. I thought it was because of the giant jellyfish that I fought that one time, but it's not. It's just an atmospheric weather condition that happens sometimes on this planet. I don't remember it being like that when I first discovered this planet, but it might have been. As you can tell, it's not something that happens all the time, so it might have been. Wrong button. Alright, I might have to wait here a little while until the storm goes away, because not good to fish with something like that hanging around. I think it's right next to me now, yeah. To be honest, I probably shouldn't wait in here either, because it can affect you even inside of a starship. It can bypass everything. It can even get inside of your base that you've built, so. It's very hard to tell how long they last, but I think it might be gone. Okay, I think it's safe now. And the reason why I wanted to park my ship there is because if you don't have your ship parked there, then ships are going to constantly land there, and it's going to keep making waves, and it's going to get annoying, so. Alright, time to fish. Do I have a bait? I probably should have checked to see before I got started. I have some bait, but not enough. So let's make more. Also, let's take this and put it in the freighter. Oh, wait, no. Why can't I add more? Alright, we'll take it. And now put all of it in. There we go. Ready to fish. Alright, now we just gotta sit here and wait. I've got a couple snacks. So. Not much popcorn left, but I got it. Alright. Well, we've been done for a little while, but it kind of got lost in snacking. Alright, I gotta swap back to my gun. Now let's go turn this in. And there we go. All done. Yeah, I had a little bit of popcorn from this morning when I was watching a show. And I made myself a Hot Pocket before we got started. Kind of got a little cold, but I just finished that off. One thing I don't like about the new Hot Pockets, they don't have the pockets anymore. You know, the metal sleeves that you put them in? They are non-existent. Oh, you know what? We should go to the Space Anomaly first. Turn in our Quicksilver. Before I forget. And then we'll go to my ship, or my freighter. I just thought it'd be a nice time to take a little bit of a break and let you guys enjoy some silence while I fished. It was probably very relaxing. I don't know. There are some people out there that like watching my stuff for background noise. So that was for all of you out there. Excuse me. That obviously wasn't. That was a little loud. I tried to turn my head away, but I don't think I made it in time. Where is that jetpack? I want to get the jetpack. That way I can focus on the 2 starship trails some other time. There it is. Right. And then next we will have those 2 to collect. They're the same price. So they're going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to need about 4,000. And since you can only make 1,800 each time you play the weekend expedition, it's going to take about 3 weekends. Well, actually no, if we do a daily on top of it, that's 2,000, so it'll take 2 weekends. Somebody else enjoys the Starborn Runner as well. Alright, so our freighter is over this way. Go ahead and in there and get the stuff that I sent my frigates out to get last week. Since, you know, I didn't play No Man's Sky on Thursday. To anyone wondering what missions those were I sent them out on, you can check last week's stream. It should still be up on Twitch as well. Sorry. Straighten out my comforter. Now I'm going to let the debrief scroll by so that you guys can enjoy it. Meanwhile, I've got myself 2 Jack Link's beef jerky sticks I can eat. So turn off my my warming pad. Got no food left on it. Alright, that's all my snacks gone. It's my lunch complete. But yeah, to anyone wondering why do I do it like this, where I let it just scroll by, there are some people out there that might find it amusing to read these because sometimes they have Easter eggs in the log entries, or they'll have parodies inside of them. For those interested, you can always stop and read, or maybe read along if you're fast enough. But I also do this for future me, because future me's going to be super old and unable to play video games anymore. So I make a lot of these streams just for him, to watch and reminisce and look back on. And I feel like future me might be interested in reading all this, Because present day me doesn't read all of it, I just don't feel like it. Whenever I'm doing this on the weekend and I'm not streaming, I just blaze through all of this. So yeah. This is for future Jason. I hope you're enjoying. And I hope you are in good health and getting plenty of sleep. And to those out there saying, oh, YouTube probably won't be available when you're an old man. I'm not talking about watching them on YouTube when I'm an old man. I'm talking about watching them in general. For those that don't know, all of my streams, I save all of them. Even some of them that you guys can't even watch anymore, like the ones that have unfortunate accidents happen, like either there's one in particular where I accidentally stated where I live. And then there's one where Java accidentally stated where I live. So I had to have separate versions of them made. Those ones I call the uncut. They're not available to be viewed online, but I have them saved on my computer and well, now they're in my hard drive. I have an external 5 gigabyte hard drive that is constantly updated with new videos every week. I take the videos that I stream from that week and I save them onto the 5 gigabyte hard drive. I have enough space on it for another 3 years, I figure. And then I'm gonna have to buy another one. Which wouldn't be that bad. That one that I bought was $100. And, well, actually that was like a couple years back when I bought it, so they're probably a lot more expensive now. But they probably wouldn't be any more than $200, I want to say. Hopefully I'll be able to afford one 3 years from now. A new one, I mean. And to anyone like, oh, they might not last that long, Jason. External hard drives last for a very long time. I have one from back in back in 2005. And it had a lot of my downloaded music from that time on it. And I still have it, and it still works. And, you know, it's not like I've been keeping that thing in pristine condition either. I had it like in a junk bag along with a bunch of wires, you know? So it's not like it's been in pristine condition. And it wasn't even like a name brand one like the one that I have over there. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, it still works. And you could still access all the data on it. And I mean, even if these hard drives that I have like 3 external hard drives. One has all of the stuff from my first YouTube channel on it. One of them has all of my streaming stuff. That's the one that I'm talking about. And then there's another one that has a lot of my gaming stuff on it. A lot of the digital games that I've purchased. And even if those hard drives last for like 20 so years, I'm sure I can buy whatever kind of storage device there will be in the future 20 to 30 years from now and convert everything onto that, you know? Those are the kinds of things I think about all the time. It's why I pulled out that old hard drive from 2005. You know, I wanted to see if it still functioned and if I could at some point take it and take all of the information out of it and put it into something more current. I didn't do that, obviously, since it still works perfectly fine. I didn't feel any reason to. Plus, it's not even... I could fit everything on that hard drive. I can fit it onto, like, a thumb drive for that has, like, a gigabyte on it. So... and those are really cheap. You could find one for, like, $15. So, yeah, don't ever think to yourself, oh, there's no reason to preserve something like that. You're not going to be able to see it in the future. Electronics, they die off, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's why you have to make sure that when it comes to something like that, that has precious memories on it, you have to make sure that it's being upkept and well maintained, and exchange it to a different format in the future, just to keep it updated. And that doesn't mean that you should get rid of the hard drive after you do that. You could keep it just in case the hard drive itself is a lot better than whatever it is you're converting it to. But yeah, it's the same way with like pictures that you take and journals that you write. They all have to be maintained and well preserved. It's the same thing with the electronic hard drives that you have all of your precious memories stored on. They have to be maintained and well preserved. Just the same. Alright, let's send out some more. Let's send out some frigates on more expeditions so that next week when I play more No Man's Sky, I can do this again. So I think I only have 2. And since I have 2, what's it called? Missions connecting them. Grab this raider and let's see, is that enough? No, it's not. It is not. Guess we could also take the Leviathan. Yeah, that definitely makes it makes it a lot easier now. What else do we have here? No combat, so we'll send the combat guy with the Voyager. Well, we have 2. So I don't even think we'll be needing the combat guy. Yeah, I got 3 stars there. Let's also give them... I think I have I have explosive drones to help protect them. Yeah, adds 10 to combat. So they'll be better equipped for their expedition. And I'll send out our second mid-range support, and we'll send the combat guy with him. As well as... no, I think... we only have 1 trade ship, right? So maybe I'll send out... that might just be enough. Yes, that's enough. Okay. Like, I'm looking, I'm like, that might be enough. Alright, so we got an industrial and a trade. Alright, cool. That trade's going to get wiped out easily. It's going to get done. I don't feel safe having just those 2. Let's take a trade ship. We'll make it the... I'm looking at their combat. Fuck. What is it we're going on? It's an industrial thing, right? So then we'll send out the best industrial trade ship to go along with them. It still doesn't give me another star. I was hoping for at least 4 stars. Alright, well, it's 3 ships, so... hopefully that'll be good enough. And that one of them doesn't come back damaged. Yeah, and these last 3 are going to be way more than enough. Yeah. We're good on that front. I think we only needed really 2 of them, to be honest. Alright. So they're all set up and raring to go. Let's use the teleport and warp back to our base, because... you know what? No. I'll fly back to it. That way I don't have to worry about getting a parking spot. I think that's all we're going to do today. Just a nice chill stream, you know? There it is. Really nice, chill, no stress stream. More of a podcast, really. celebrating 10 years of No Man's Sky and me playing this game for 10 years. Not all on the stream, obviously, but it's only because in reality, out of all of the things that I've streamed over the past 10 years, I think that No Man's Sky, or at least it used to be, definitely when I was first streaming it, it was like the least watched stream for the time. The most watched stream back in the day was my Little Big Planet adventure streams, obviously. But yeah, No Man's Sky just didn't have the numbers, and to be honest, back in the day we didn't have the daily stuff that we do now in No Man's Sky, so there wasn't really much for me to do. And so I kinda, you know, only played No Man's Sky when I wanted to relax at home. I didn't really see any reason to stream it because it wasn't like I had a lot to do. I was just I was chasing the updates like a lot of No Man's Sky players do. We eagerly await an update and then we go after it. You know, unless you're a player like I am and you neglected to go after Quicksilver for as long as I did. Oh right, the fish. I have to turn in the fish. But yeah, I'm almost done. I'm almost done getting all of the really expensive stuff at the Quicksilver vendor. And that'll be exciting because then I'll just, every time that I complete the weekend event, I'll just pop off a bunch of things before I stop playing for the day. Until everything's collected. And I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, like I'm going to get it done immediately. It's obviously going to take a long time. But it's the fact that it's not a matter of me constantly having to go without a new thing, you know? Because you guys haven't really seen it. I've bought something with the past 2 weekend streams that I've done. But for a lot of my weekend play sessions of No Man's Sky, I end up not having enough Quicksilver to get anything, and it makes me sad. Because they were all over 3,000, and 1,800 plus 400, that's 2,200, that's not enough, you know? That's not 3,000, that's for sure. So there are days when I'd be doing the Quicksilver event and daily event, and I'd have nothing to show for it, and I'd be like, I guess I'll wait till next week, you know? I mean, there's also the fact that I could play every single day and get the 400 Quicksilver from the regular daily Quicksilver missions, but same thing that I say about Genshin Impact. I don't play any game that constantly has me playing every single day. I like to pace myself when I play my games. It never used to be like that. When I was young, I used to play them every single day, so I get that there are people out there who are going to be playing certain games every single day, and it's nice that the developers think of them when creating certain aspects to a game. But I'm just not one of those people, you know? But yeah, that's why it's taken me so long to get all of the Quicksilver items up until this point. But I'm pretty close to maxing out the menu. And it's not that I never really participated in the Quicksilver events. I did, don't get me wrong. But that's another reason why I stopped, is because the weekend Quicksilver events started to be, you know, monotonous. You do the same damn thing over and over again. And if I wasn't going to do it to get something that I really, really wanted, then I wasn't going to do it. So if something new popped up in the Quicksilver menu that looked awesome and I really needed it, then yeah, I do the weekend Quicksilver event. But that was the only time that I did it, because it just got... you probably realized this by now from watching me stream No Man's Sky, but the Quicksilver missions, either the weekend one or the daily one, they're practically the same thing every single time. It's just that the weekend Quicksilver mission is a little more difficult than the daily Quicksilver missions. And the daily Quicksilver missions are just a little bit more difficult than any other kind of mission that you would do in No Man's Sky for things like nanites or units, you know? But yeah, one day I'll get everything on that menu, and then I will no longer have to do the weekend mission. But that's not for another month or so. I've got at least 2 months. Nah, just kidding. It's gonna be a lot longer than that. Especially because you can only do the weekend mission 4 times out of the month, you know, 4 or 5 times out of the month, depending on how the calendar looks. Alright, that's all the fish turned in, and I got 3,326 nanites from doing that. Yep. My average that I get is half that. It's like usually 1,500 just from the stuff I get from the traps alone. But today I also did a bunch of fishing for the Quicksilver mission, so I had extras. Alright, let's go ahead and save and head on back to the title screen. Is there anything in the menu I had to get rid of first? Like, no. Oh, there is all the stuff on the freighter, though. I can manage all that later. I sure am getting a lot of these construct pieces for the Corvette. I realize that they're the most basic things that you can get, but it's like, damn, I'm getting a lot, you know? It's a shame you can't have another freighter, because all of those bulk freighter parts would be very useful then. Because up until this point, I feel like maybe I might end up having to sell them, you know? And it's a shame that these treasure items can't stack. There's so many of these. I've got to start selling things again. I occasionally have to take everything out of this menu and this menu and sell it. Sometimes even this menu here. Just because of how much I get from doing freighter missions over and over. Or freighter expeditions. I hate when that alert pops up and it don't go away. You can get rid of it easily by backing out of the menu, but I'm not ready to do that yet. Ooh, shit. We've got a lot. But you know what? Well, let me take half of this. I think we can put it in our refiner and turn it into chromatic metal. Boy, oh boy. This is another menu where I occasionally have to take stuff and put it and sell it, basically. Is anyone wondering the reason why I have all of these items to begin with and why I tend to hoard them like this is because you never know when you're going to need certain things in this game, especially when it comes to creating your settlement. So it's always good to have them on hand, because then occasionally you'll end up being like, do I have that? And then checking and you don't have it, and you're like, god damn it, now I gotta make it. Which could take any number of hours to minutes to get done, you know? Some things in this game take literally hours to do. Oops, wrong. Huh? Wait, oh, I think I know what this is. It has a little freighter symbol on it. Oh god, I can't read that. Oh yes, I think this is a rare item. I think it goes in here. Something you could sell. Alright, I'll keep these two in here. I don't feel like going all the way back to a space station to put that in my Corvette inventory. Alright, that's everything sorted there. Oh right, I was gonna put this in the refiner. Get, yep, chromatic metal. Alright, cool. We've got about 6 minutes. I'll hang out for a little longer and talk then. So yeah, I guess I should give, while I'm waiting, I should give like an update on what's going on with my vacation time. Nothing yet. I haven't, received any kind of word back yet on whether or not they're going to be able to get me my vacation time, my vacation hours at my weekend job. So I'm going to have to contact them again at some point to make sure that I can get my hours and, I can get my vacation pay. Because I need that at the end of the month. Okay, because much like everybody else, I got bills I gotta pay. So I mean, I wouldn't have any problem receiving my vacation pay out of order, but I gotta have it by the end of the month. So I'm going to have to contact them to try and get them to get those hours into my paycheck so I could get them within the end of next month. So if they're not able to get my vacation time approved for next week, I'm definitely going to have to bug the hell out of them. And I don't want to. I really don't want to bug the hell out of them about this, because that's not the kind of person I am. I don't like having to call up and be like, hey, this isn't happening, please fix it, over and over again. But I gotta do something to make sure I get paid. Because that's one of the whole reasons why I take my vacation, is so that I can use up my vacation time and do it at a time period where it doesn't inconvenience everybody. Because at my weekday job, August is typically like the slowest month that we have. We don't really have anything going on there. At my weekend job, it's the same thing. August isn't really a very busy time of the year because it's a grocery store, so it's like, the only thing that they worry about on August is back to school, and that's not really a huge go out to the grocery store and buy a shit ton of stuff, Back to school is typically you go to a department store, you go somewhere that sells school supplies, and you go nuts buying stuff, but not a grocery store. I mean, sure, you go to a grocery store to buy lunch snacks. That's like only one aisle. It's not the entire store. And sure, we have school supplies in another aisle, but still, that's like 1 or 2 aisles, and that's for about 2 weeks, because then down here where I live, at least, school's already started. So people only really worry about having all that stuff in June or July, I should say. Everybody typically goes shopping for back to school stuff in July, because That's the month before. That's the month before they go back to school. So yeah, August is literally the slowest time of year for both of my jobs, and that's when I take my vacation. That way I can get all of my vacation hours used up. I don't inconvenience anybody, and I don't have to worry about being gone when there's important stuff to do at either locations, at either jobs, I mean. But yeah, hopefully they'll be able to figure something out. I've talked to all of my bosses about it, and they seem confident that my vacation's already put in. I don't know how they can see it that way from their end, because on my end it doesn't look like it at all. Because I looked at the hour thing. I forget. It shows you how much time you've worked, and it's saying that I was absent for yesterday, and I'm like, well, that's not right. I already talked with my boss about it, and they already know I'm not going to be in. So, you know, at this point, I'm not worried about the whole absentee thing, because they already know that I'm not supposed to be in, and that it's not supposed to be in the computer like that. I'm mostly worried about getting my paycheck. That's the only thing I'm stressing about now. It was that when I first learned about this last week, I was worried because, you know, on their end, I was worried that their schedule would make it look like I was going to come in. And then, you know, when I don't come in, what are they going to do, you know? So I contacted my boss, and I told him that, you do know that I'm on vacation, right? I'm not going to be coming in. He was like, yeah, I know. It's okay. And I was like, okay. So, yeah, we're all at an understanding. It's just the computer situation. I feel like the computer's not the one understanding, you know? But yeah, we'll see when it comes time to get paid and I don't get nothing, then I'm going to have to contact them and bug the hell out of them, and I don't want to. I hate doing that. I'm not that type of person. But it's gotta happen. I gotta get paid. Alright, almost done. And as you can see, I have a 1-to-1 conversion rate going here. Oh, I'm not even spending all of it. Whoa, what the fuck? I still got a lot left. Can I start it up again? No. I guess that's as much as I can fit in the little thing there. That was only half. So you basically get 2 for every 1 that you put in. That's the power of activated materials. Activated cadmium, activated copper, activated indium. I forget what the green one is, but also there's activated quartzite. Any activated item that you put in, you're going to get twice as much chromatic metal when you convert it. God, we got another 6 minutes. You know what? I bet I could go to the bathroom in that time. I'm not going to leave you guys with some music. You can go ahead and watch this, but I'll be back in about, hopefully, 5 minutes. I could quickly go pee and wash my hands in that time. Oh man. I got back and then I saw that. I was like, ah, damn it. I totally forgot. I was going to need to replace the fuel thing. Ah, shit. Oh well. I've got some dirty dishes that I could take out to the dishwasher. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, sometimes with moments like this, it is kind of a good idea to have some music. Ooh, excuse me. Whoops. Had to herp. Is anyone wondering what an herp is? An herp is a hiccup and a burp at the same time. And I do that a lot. It's been like that ever since I was a kid. I don't know why it happens. I think it happens because I have a tendency to... I don't know. It could be gas buildup. It could be anything. I don't know. You know, I never really looked into it, to be honest, because it's just something that happens at the same time as when I burp and when I hiccup. And it's just as natural as something like that, you know? So it's not something you think about too much. It just happens, and then people look at you funny, and and then the day goes on. But I have had to tell everybody it's an herp, and they don't understand what it is. But it sounds weird sometimes. It sounds like I'm screeching, like rawr, you know, like rawr, rawr. Ugh, I hate to suck in oxygen like that, but that's basically what happens. Is I'm trying to burp at the same time I'm hiccuping. And when you hiccup, you're sucking in air. So when you're trying to suck in air and push out air at the same time, that's kind of what it sounds like. I don't know. I've never considered it weird, but as far as I can tell, I feel like I'm the only person that does it. I know for a fact that in the family I'm the only one that does it. Though, I don't know, I wasn't around my grandfather all that much. He might have had that happen. From what my father has told me, I'm a lot like my grandfather. Both in the way that I act and my bodily functions. Him and his father were a lot alike too, but not in terms of personality. I mean, they were both funny guys, yeah, but in different ways. Like I'm more the funny guy in the same way that my grandfather was than the way my dad is. My dad, his sense of humor is typically revolving around, well, these days it's more dad humor, but when I was young it was more along the lines of the same kind of humor that people would use to bust each other's balls, you know, how to say, you know, like in a business sense. He was that kind of guy. He was a ball buster. with the way his humor was, and all the friends that he hung out with were the same way. But he changed a lot as he got older, as people do, you know, and his humor became more like dad humor, which is what it should have been when I was a kid, to be honest. But oh, come on. We had just one left. We didn't have much left. Oh shit, no, we don't have just one left. We got the 900 over there. We still got more to make. Sheesh. God damn. You put 5,000 in here, you get a lot out of it. Obviously, this isn't as much as the other two, but jeepers. That was like 6, 12. Around 15, because I know there was like a couple seconds added to the 6. So, somewhere around 15. Somewhere between 14 15 minutes to get all that processed. Jeez. It's crazy. But hey, this was a very relaxing stream, I will admit. I might want to tune into this later on today when I'm ready to get to bed. Not just to make sure everything went all right with the stream, but because I'm pretty confident that this entire stream would knock somebody out. So yeah, definitely gonna label this a sleepy stream. One that's perfect for when you need to get to sleep. Because the planet we were on was pretty peaceful too. We didn't have any dangerous sentinels. The underwater sections of No Man's Sky are always very quiet. And it's not like we were doing anything that was super loud, like we had to blow a bunch of stuff up or kill a whole bunch of things. There was the moment when we had to fight the Brood Mother. That was kind of loud. But other than that, everything was pretty chill this stream. In my opinion, a really nice anniversary. If I had a bunch of other people to play with, we could all probably go and do something. And I'm betting you anything, a lot of No Man's Sky players are doing that. From the way the Space Anomaly looked, I'm betting you there are people all over No Man's Sky having parties, especially because it's the weekend. This is the only time when a lot of them are going to be capable of celebrating the anniversary. And to that, I gotta say, it is another reason why a lot of people were looking forward to the update today, because so many people are going to be going back to work on Wednesday. So, you know, if the update happens on Wednesday, there are going to be a lot of people commenting saying, of course it has to happen while I'm at work. It would have been the perfect time to have the anniversary too. I realize it's not part of their schedule, their work schedule, but everybody else is, you know, they have off today. This would have been the perfect time to have an anniversary update. Just a missed opportunity in my opinion. Wow, that almost gave us a max of 9,999 just by putting half of an activated substance in here. Oh my god. Okay, well, the rest I can't put in my inventory because god damn, we got so much chromatic metal now. That was one of the things that I never really thought I'd have extras of. Wait, what? Chromatic metal. Why is this in the middle of it? I don't know. I'm not keeping it there. It don't make sense for it to go like that. Whoops. I mean to do that. See, that makes more sense. Don't know why it was ordered the other way. And let's take half of this. I don't need all of it, you know? So take half of it and put it in here because I gotta have some space for whenever it is I collect it on the field. Alright, now let's save again. And head back to the title screen. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Nobody tuned in today, so there's no one to thank. But I want to thank all of you out there watching in the archives. And to Hello Games, I want to thank you very much for creating No Man's Sky. I've loved the game. I've gotten angry at the game. I've raged over the game. I've praised the game to no end. This game has been my life for the past 10 years. And, I hope there are many more years to come. Not only that, but any game you guys create in the future, I'm definitely going to be buying and playing the hell out of. You're a great company. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you're not. And to anyone watching in the archives, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're ever wondering what it is I'm going to be playing or when, you can always check the posts tab over on YouTube. I keep it up to date every day. And while I'm on vacation, I'm going to be streaming whatever I want, whenever I want, so make sure you check the posts tab to find out when that's going to happen. Because I will try and let you guys know within an hour of me playing any game or streaming any game. But yeah, in the future, if in a couple of days, if there is an update to No Man's Sky because of the anniversary, I am definitely going to be streaming that. So let's hope that happens sometime soon. And sleep easy, stay safe. Don't forget to vote Democrat, and I will see you all again next time I stream. Good night, everyone.